got a Shimano reel that was probably, I don't even remember what it cost, $150 or something. I don't even remember what. All their names are crazy, like Marvel superheroes now. But it failed all day for me.
So this was a Shimano.
Yeah. So the way it was failing was,
and it's a new reel.
It's a new reel, brand new. I bought it in the middle of the summer. So when you make a long cast on the trout stream, you want that bail to flip, and you want to be reeling before the lure hits the water. That's because it's all limestone, and spinners will fall between rocks. And if you have to walk up to get your stuck spinner, you have to walk through a hole. So as soon as that spinner, before it's entering the water, you're already pulling it back. So when it lands, it's moving, because then it doesn't just do a straight dive to the bottom. This reel, every single time I would start reeling, and it would do that bail flip where it gets halfway across and just stays open and spins.
Oh, man.
So I probably snagged, I don't know, 6 or 7 spots just because of the reel. So then I was trying to flip the bail manually while the lure is in the air. If you can imagine the logistics of that with mittens on.
Dude.
I was so frustrated. So I literally yesterday got online and started looking at Daiwas. It's kind of hard right now because I don't feel like going to a store and shopping for reels, But I bought a Daiwa in the same price range. It was like $150. And there, by the way, there's Daiwas that cost like $700. Every reel company does this.
Yes.
We're going to have our Rolls-Royce reel, and I don't understand how you can go from the $150 reel to the $600 reel.
Makes no sense.
Like, dude,
those are here's the reality. Those are the guys that I've fished with these guys before. A lot of times it's just very wealthy. I mean, you got to be very wealthy, right?
Right.
But you're exactly right. There's a reel in many ways it's not that complex, really.
Right,
it's really not complex. It's just turning a handle. You need some lubrication in there. There's some gears, but there isn't any electronics some of these reels have it now, but that's nonsense, really. I mean, I think that's the ultimate. A $700 reel or whatever they are is
it's the downfall of society. And the other thing is, like, you get the crazy metal alloys, or things get lighter and get smoother, whatever. There's no way that 750. Like, I'm hard on my reels, especially when I'm out doing that style of fishing, because I'm falling over and getting wet and there's dirt getting in the reel, whatever. I would wreck that expensive reel as quickly as I would wreck a cheap one. But right. I'm curious as to what you think. Shimano always used to be my number one reel.
Me too.
And I still have Shimanos I love, especially older ones for some reason. I don't know why that's changing. But, like, what's your number 2 go-to spinning reel brand?
I don't know.
On tackle warehouses, and there was a dozen brands. 6 of them I weren't even familiar with,
Yeah.
And Daiwa was the only other one I know, and I have a couple of.
Did you say I weren't familiar with? I listened back to our last podcast, and I'm super critical. I'm like, what did I just say right there? I said, what?
It doesn't matter.
I'm like, I'm not going to be listening to these podcasts anymore.
No,
I'm
why would
super
you listen to this?
critical.
There's no reason to listen to this podcast.
There's no reason.
You're fine.
God, we're terrible.
Well, we
are the worst salesmen, too. You notice that? This is an amazing podcast. What you're listening to right now is the height of audio entertainment.
Yeah, if you're not listening twice, you're shortchanging your life. But what's the brand of Daiwa reels that you have?
Okay, so no, I don't have. So here's the reality. So what you're telling me right now it's official. I have to come to terms with it. Shimano is crap, and Shimano used to be my favorite reel company. I don't know what happened. I have no. Do you remember when I used to talk about how great this Porta-Brace company was? All my bags, right, for video production are Porta-Brace bags.
Yeah.
It's this company out of North Bennington, Vermont. Really, like, their bags, their cases for camera gear. It's like the industry standard, right? I used to sing their praises. Bulletproof, dude. Well, I'm not feeling that way anymore, and it's the same way how I feel about Shimano here. I'll wrap this up quickly. I don't want to go too much of a tangent, but I used to sing the praises of this company. These things were rock solid. These bags, they're the best thing in the world. Well, recently I bought like this one of these bags, right? And the zippered pouch, the zipper doesn't work. And dude, the customer service in this company is just atrocious. I was shocked. They weren't getting back to me. I'm like, how? I need to send this back. It's under warranty, whatever. Send it back to them finally. And they sent it back to me. It's supposed to be fixed. The zipper's still messed up, right? Ugh. And I'm like, this is a company that I remember singing the praises of. I think I've talked about it on previous podcasts before, you know? And now it's just like, this company sucks. And I feel that same way about Shimano. Like, I've got a Shimano reel that's doing the same thing, Pete, and you're telling me that's a new reel. That shouldn't be happening, dude. And I hear other people talking about bales, like Shimano bales. It's like, you're making reels, fishing reels, man. And you're having, like, everybody talks about this bale issue.
And by the way, if anyone's listening and can post a solution to this, like if there's a dab of oil I should be dropping somewhere, I've tried different things and I haven't had any luck. And I have a dozen Shimano reels. Most of them work pretty good, but it really gets exposed when you're casting, you know, when you need that bale to flip. It's not like you're jigging over the side of the boat. If I'm jigging, I could use that reel just fine, you know, dropping something down, flipping the bale and picking it back up. But it shouldn't do that. So I don't understand what to do all the way. Also, hashtag Daiwa. If you want to send us some gear, it'd be much appreciated. So
well, we gotta work on getting a few more downloads. We don't want to be too pretentious here, Pete.
Well, that's not legit. But the reel I ordered was a Fuego, a Daiwa Fuego.
A Fuego, yeah, brilliant. Mm-hmm. They run out of names for reels. You know, it gets ridiculous.
Well, they did 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm taking that Shimano and putting it. I'm putting it on my ice rod, which leads me to some ice fishing questions. If we could.
Well, yeah. For 1 second there, though. But so I don't know where I'm going to go for reels now. You asked that question. What reel? I've heard actually good things about Daiwas. It sounds like Daiwas now have taken the have taken the spot of Shimano as like the premier reel, maybe. So, but that I'd like to hear if there's anybody that has experience with other, spinning reels, just reels in general, even bait casters. Like what do you guys think? Like, let us know somehow. Either through our social media, YouTube comments. Let us know because seriously, like, I need to know, because I need to buy some new reels. I'm like, okay, where should I be spending my money? Because I'm pretty much done. I'm not pretty much. I'm done with Shimano.
Like,
you've sealed the deal for me.
I have a Fluger. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I've heard. I got a buddy that loves Fluger.
I bought one just because it was like the end of the year. They were throwing them out, kind of a thing, and I'm pretty happy with it. I couldn't use it for trout fishing, but it feels like a solid reel. But I'm specifically looking for a good casting reel. So if anyone knows anything, please donate information. I'd be curious to know what's out there.
Thanks for tuning into the podcast. If you've enjoyed our content, please consider subscribing to Another Fishing Podcast on iTunes, which is available also on just about every major podcasting platform. We'd love for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Angling Uploaded. And for exclusive benefits, become a member on Patreon. So go to patreon.com and search Angling Uploaded, become a member. Oh, God, we'd love you if you do that. Thanks, guys.